Hey everybody, Alex here, out of the Park 21 Pittsburgh Pirates franchise, episode 17. Welcome to 2022 opening day for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I want to keep this video relatively short, so we're just going to go through things quickly here on opening day. Take a quick look at preseason predictions. They have changed the previous prediction of 77 wins for the Pirates. We are all the way down to 63 and 99 projected record. I sure hope we do better than that, though I do feel like we punched above our weight last year when we went to the NLDS, it was, and lost in 6 to Atlanta, but trying to get back there this year. I went through spring training. We'll talk about injuries here in a moment. This is going to be our opening day roster and our lineup. We'll have just go order here, and then we'll talk about the pitching staff. Kevin Newman leading off, Adam Frazier, Bryan Reynolds, Josh Bell, Brian Hayes, Taylor Walls at short, Trace Barrera now going to be hopefully the full-time starter at catcher, and Billy Hamilton in center. So basically, no difference from where we left off last year in 2021, but that's okay. Our team did not change a whole lot, and that was as intended. I think the production was solid. Not the best offense. Neither this offense in 2022 will not be the best either, but I think hopefully having a healthy Bryan Reynolds, the progressions of guys like Hayes and Newman, and adding Walls last year at the deadline, hopefully Barrera as well, will help out a whole lot. Taking a look at the backups, some new faces here. We have Jacob Starling as our backup catcher. O'Neal Cruz will be working as a first baseman and right fielder. He'll get time at both spots. Height has a big factor in first base rating this game at 6'7". Cruz certainly is going to excel at the first base bag. Alan Cordoba is a temporary backup with Cole Tucker injured. We'll talk about that here in a second. He had a decent spring, so he makes the team. And Steven Elmis will be a backup infielder as well, and defensive substitute for Walls, who very much makes me nervous at shortstop. So we had the platoon idea with Walls and Tucker. That won't happen to start because Tucker's out for the first couple of weeks, but hopefully he'll come back and we'll reevaluate then. Jason Martin making the team as a backup. Really turned things on late in spring. You see he finished with a 323 average. Doesn't mean a whole lot, but it is certainly nice nonetheless. We are keeping a Rule 5 selection, Jahmai Jones, for at least a little bit. I didn't want to do back-to-back years releasing a Rule 5 guy right away. We're going to see. His roster spot is not secure. He did not have a particularly good spring, but I like the speed. I like the defensive ratings. I think the bat profiles is average to slightly above. So those are going to be your backups to start the year. Pitching staff, the rotation is what we showed you guys before. Keller is now going to be our number one. Our AC is actually improved to a 70 overall, so really excited to see that. We have Joe Musgrove as our number two. Cody Bolton, very impressive rookie year. We'll try to build on that. Our number three. Trevor Williams, very steady, though entering the last year of his deal, as our number four. And the one trade we made that affects the Major League roster, Jackson Coar, also going to get a look as our number five. He had an okay spring. It was up and down, not great, but I do think he profiles as someone that can fit, though he's already unhappy. He's not happy with his performance. Well, we're going to try to turn things around, maybe give him stallings each game to have a good catcher. I actually think Barrera's a better catcher, so we'll figure it out. Anyway, with the bullpen, starting with only 7 relievers to begin the year, we'll probably expand that as guys get tired, but let's just start with the 7. Blake Wayman, a lefty specialist. Chad Kuhl, long reliever. David Bednar, we're going to try it. He narrowly beat out Blake Cederlin for the last bullpen spot right now, but even then, it was not a very productive spring. His FIP was like double his ERA, was around 8. So we'll see. I mean, he looks good, but it just has yet to really click for David Bednar, unfortunately. Steven Brault still makes me nervous about how well he'll do. Did not have a great spring, though he struck out a ton. But that's when I may look to move if things get off to a kind of rough start. But I didn't feel like I had the flexibility to do that right now. I'll explain why in a second. Amir Garrett, another guy I feel like is kind of in decline. I don't like the low movement, but he's still got some decent stuff. Kyle Crick is back as well. I can't believe he's only a 50 overall rating. I don't know if that's because the controls are low, only has 2 pitches, but really seems to do well. And same with Doivados Neveraskis, who is our temporary closer. And that's a good time to show you guys the injuries. We suffered 2 fairly significant ones in terms of missing opening day in the spring. That is Cole Tucker out with a fractured hand. That happened very early on in the spring. He'll be back in 2 to 3 weeks. We'll have to do a rehab assignment, of course. So not anything major, but enough to miss opening day. Nick Birdie, unfortunately, he hit with a sprained ankle. Looked like he was going to return in a week or 2. Then he had a setback with it, so it's unknown recovery time. And I was hoping to get him back on schedule at the end of spring training, get him some work in, be ready for opening day, but that's not going to happen. He's not going to have to probably do a rehab assignment once the minors start, which isn't until like April 7th. So fortunately, he's going to kind of be derailed to start the year. It's looking like we'll just play it by ear, and again, we don't know when he's going to return. So for now, Neveraskis will be our closer. One quick note, and hopefully I remember to check back with you guys on this whenever the time comes for our next video, but we did put in a waiver claim for Jeremy Walker to add some bullpen help. Obviously, when teams have to construct their 26-man roster, a lot of guys get waived and DFA'd, and hopefully Walker's someone that we can claim. I like his numbers, his overall profile, so we'll keep you posted on that. And a quick look at the clubhouse. I think team chemistry will do well this year with all the captains and leaders that we have currently, and it's nice to have good relationships with our new bench coach. Only bad relationship is with Wayman, and it's pretty uncommon. Usually you see a lot more bad relationships than good relationships, so very happy about that. All right, we are getting ready for opening day 2022, taking on the NL Central foe Cincinnati Reds. They boast a pretty impressive lineup, especially at the top. We'll run through it briefly here with Nick Senzel, Joey Votto, still kicking around, 38 years old, Castellanos, the outfielder, Suarez at third, Jonathan India at second, defense a little suspect with him, Stevenson behind the plate. We have this guy, Kayama, we'll go with, Shogo Akayama from, where's he from? It's like the Japanese league. And then Philip Irvin in left field with Kim on the mound for the Reds. He was with them last year, former trade with the Cardinals. Looks like he moved around the deadline and was not great as a starter. Looks like he's better as a bullpen guy. We'll see if that carries over or not. Hopefully it does for at least opening day. Next, we have our lefty lineup since Kim is a southpaw. So it's going to be Hayes, Newman, Walls, Bell, Frazier, Reynolds, Herrera, Hamilton, and Keller on the mound again for Pittsburgh. So let's take it out to Cincinnati for opening day 2022. All right, Brian Hayes leading off our season, hoping for a good year from him. Really came on strong in the playoff run last year, but he's got to continue those numbers because the regular season, I just don't think it was enough for him. For the star, I think we know that he can be, and he will start things off hitting that to third. Cannot beat it out. Nice throw there by the third baseman Suarez for the first out of the season. 1-1 to Newman. Newman's always been solid for us as he will hit a single for our first hit of the year. Taylor Walsh in the 3 spot, really good with the bat. The glove is questionable, but hopefully the bat is enough to support it as Newman gets tagged, gets picked off there at first. So that's unfortunate. A little lazy maybe to start the year, just trying to get settled in as Walls will hit that deep in the hole to short. That one's bobbled by the shortstop, so it'll be an error and Walls will reach. As like I said earlier with India, the defense was suspect, and now you just wish Newman had been picked off. If you had runners on first, second, 1 out. Instead, it is a runner on second, a runner on first, I should say, with 2 out, and that'll bring up Josh Bell, who had 32 home runs last year for the Pirates. First pitch swinging, as he will poke that into right. That will get down. Will Walls take third? He will not. Take a wide turn at second, and at very least getting some base runners on here early. Adam Frazier, 1-0 count. Pokes that to Suarez at third, should be playable, and he will make the throw to first. And the Pirates threaten, but cannot score. We'll go bottom first. Nick Senzel leading things off, facing Mitch Keller, the ace of our staff, as Senzel will hit that to right. Frazier will come over a little bit and make the catch for the first out of the year. Joey Votto, 38 years old, a lifelong Red. He will strike out. Nice job there from Keller and Castellanos. I think I'm saying that slightly incorrectly, but anyway, it is a strikeout. So 2 Ks for Keller as we'll head top second. Bryan Reynolds in contention for potential batting crown leaders. He had 354 in an injury cut season last year. He will strike out in his first at bat of 2022. Did not have a great spring training, Reynolds said, so maybe he's got to kind of settle in here a little bit as Barrera will tap that back to Kim and bring up Hamilton in the 8 hole here for his glove, not necessarily his bat, as he will roll that to Votto. And Pirates go 1-2-3 as we'll head bottom second. Reds here looking for their first hit. Suarez leading things off. We'll see if I jinx it. As that one hit to third, past Hayes, skips past the third base bag, and I did jinx it. Or maybe even called it. I don't know which one you want to go with here. Either way, it's a double for Suarez to lead things off for the Reds. Nice job there for Cincinnati, now facing India. First pitch swing. He will hit that to Newman at second. Throw on to Bell for first. Suarez advances though and gets on third base with 1 away. Bringing up Stevenson. Let's see what his avoid K is. Already thinking about this stuff here early. We'll try to pitch around. Stevenson first pitch swinging, hits that to third. That will bring the run in. Hayes will record the out, and the Reds take a 1-0 lead for the first run of the season for either team. Akiyama, I guess is how we're just going to say it here. 1-1 count, 2 out, base is empty. That one hit hard past the second baseman Newman, in between Newman and Bell. So 2 out single there, and that'll bring up Irvin, with Kim on deck, 3-0 count, and Keller, a little wild there, will now face the pitcher, hopefully get the out. 1-2 to Kim, he will strike out swinging, so the Reds get a run, and they will take that lead by 1-0. Mitch Keller leading things off here, top 3 for the Pirates. Will be aggressive and want to swing first pitch, and that one hit pretty sharply, and Kim, nice job to glove that and make the out, but nice job there for Keller, trying to put that in play. Unfortunately, in real life, we're seeing the universal DH, and that's probably going to be a permanent fixture if I had to guess. So, in our world, at least, right now, it is still pitchers being asked to actually be athletes, as Bryan Hayes will have his first hit with the single in to right. Kim with the good hold runners rating, Stevenson a good arm. We're not going to test her right now. Let Newman just swing away, 3-1 count, as he will swing that potential double play, and they cannot turn it. Nice job there for Hayes to break that up. And now we have Newman on first with 2 away for Taylor Walls. 0-1 count. Walls put that past Suarez at third base. Will Newman come in the third? He will, and so Taylor Walls will match what Suarez did last inning with a double. That puts 2 runners in scoring position for Pittsburgh. Josh Bell, 1 for 1 today, hoping for 2 for 2. 2-2 count. He will strike out swinging. He cannot bring home either Newman or Walls, and it is still 1-0 Reds. We'll go bottom 3. Nick Senzel, 2-2 count. He will hit that. Nice diving play by Newman. Keeps it in the infield, but cannot make the throw, as that is an infield single for Nick Senzel, who we know Mitch Keller's hold runners rating, if you watched the playoffs from last year, is not great. So we're going to throw to first, try to keep him on the bag, and pick off unsuccessful. We're just trying to hold him there. Now facing Joey Votto, struck out his first at bat. Votto's going to lay down the bunt. Team player he is. Hayes will make the nice glove play and throw it on the bell for the first out of the inning, but Senzel advances to second. Castellanos now up, 0 for 1 today. He's always dangerous with the bat. That one rolled over to Walls at short. He'll throw it to Bell for out number 2. Runner does advance. Surprised by that runner advancing on a ground ball hit to short, but Senzel standing on third base. Now with Suarez up. We're going to try to pitch around Suarez and maybe try to get him to chase at something. 2-1 to Suarez. That one jammed him inside. Newman's got to come and try to make this play with the shift. He will not, I don't think. And the Reds push another run across to go up 2-0. Now facing India. Full count to him, and he will strike out. So the Reds poking a couple runs across. Again, our offense is not going to be electric, but we're hoping for obviously a couple more runs this game. Got to have him. Frazier will lead things off as he will ground that hard the second. Throw on the Votto for the first out of the inning. Frazier, last year of his deal before he becomes the free agent, almost certainly will not be back with the Pirates, as Bryan Reynolds gets his first hit of 2022. Really pulling that ball in the right field today. Everything kind of going to the right side, aside from that double from Taylor Walls. Trace Barrera, only at 226 last year. I think he's better than that, as that one gets away from Stevenson, and so Reynolds will go ahead and take second base. 3-1 now to Barrera, as he will hit that. That is a pop-up to short. Shortstop will call off Suarez at third, and that is the second out. That was India calling off the third baseman. Now Hamilton trying to drive Reynolds in. 1-1 count. He will hit that hard to India, and Hamilton, good speed, not good enough, and they get out of the trouble again. Cincinnati does. Score remains 2-0 Reds. Facing Stevenson here to lead things off, 0-2. He's in the hole, and he will strike out. So another K for Keller. That gives him 5 already. Now to Akiyama, as he will hit that to first to Josh Bell. And so quickly 2 away for the Reds. Now facing Phillip Ervin. 3-1 count for Keller. Control again, a little bit of an issue. That one jammed him. Hamilton will come and make a sliding catch. Remind us why he's here with that great glove defensively. Reds still lead 2-0, going top 5. Keller leading things off. We're going to leave him in here. He's pitching pretty well, as he will hit that the second. He's put the ball in play at least today, but nothing out of the infield, and that is the first out. Bryan Hayes, 1 for 2 today. Now finds himself in a 1-2 count. Kim will deal. And that one, again, everything seems to be going to the right side today, as that is the second out. And I think it's a product of just facing the lefty like Kim. Newman trying to get some 2-out magic started. Hit pretty well again, but right side predictably, and the Pirates go 1-2-3. As that offense, you can already tell, it's just not going to be, it's just not a lot of power on this team. The power is expensive. Our budget has improved slightly, but it's just not going to be enough right now. As Kim trying to show some power, that one hit to left. Reynolds maybe a little surprised by that one, but makes the catch for the first out. Nick Senzel will go top of the order for Cincinnati. Bottom 5. Reds still up 2-0 here on opening day in 2022, and Senzel will hit a double into the gap. as Frazier will throw it in. Make sure he doesn't take 3. He won't, but that is a 1-out double for Nick Senzel. Now facing Votto, always dangerous. Has good eyes, still doing pretty well. I mean, he's not, he's 38, but he's still hanging in there. He's got that big contract, he's got to be able to prove it. As again, hit to short, we'll get the out, but the runner does advance. Not that it matters a whole lot with 2 outs, but just a little surprised by that. Castellanos, definitely a talented guy. May try to pitch around here, try to get him a chase. It's kind of been our approach today with the base open. 0-2 count. Keller will deal and strike out swinging. So nice job, nice decision there. Reds still hold their 2-0 lead. Taylor Walls leading things off, trying to get something going. 2-2 count from Kim. And Walls will pop that up sky high. Votto will call off the pitcher, and that is out number 1. So very quiet day here for the bats. Josh Bell trying to get things started with that power he has, as he will rip that to short. India, nice play to glove it though, and that is the 2nd out. At least something actually was hit to the left. Frazier, 2-0 count, as he will hit that in the center. Will it be caught? It will. Nice diving catch by Akiyama, the center fielder, and the Pirates again still looking for their first run of the year as they trail 2-0. Suarez leading things off. Keller pitching pretty well today, just not getting any run support. That's been all too common. That's why some of our, pitchers like Musgrove and Keller, I think Keller had a losing record last year. Not that it matters a whole lot in terms of evaluating performance, but to have a pitcher that is reflected by how good he is. And I think he was like 11-14 last year or something like that. So just a product of the offense not giving him the run support as Keller walks India. And that one potential double play. Walls to Newman to Bell. They will turn 2 and we'll head top 7. Bryan Reynolds, 1 for 2 today, leading things off. He's in an 0-2 count, though, as he will poke that to left. I think that's going to hang enough for the left fielder to come in and make the catch, and it is. That's Irvin on Kim. Only 80 pitches through 6 1/3. Doing 5 hits, no walks, 2 Ks. Just having a very Maddox-like game. I'll probably hit 100 pitches, which is not the Greg Maddox complete game, as that one is popped up. That was Barrera, and now Hamilton, 3-1 count. Think about some bullpen action. If Hamilton can get on base, he will get on base. And yeah, I probably need to do that because as well as Keller's pitching, we need runs right now. And we're going to have to start looking at bullpen action. It's only 7 relievers too. It's always something to consider. They got some lefties coming up here. I think we'll start off with get Blake Wayman, trying to be our lefty guy this year. And with the lefty, we're going to bring up O'Neal Cruz, who got a cup of coffee last year. He is a little better versus lefties than he is righties. He does strike out a little more than I like, but he's got big power in that bat, and we need that right now. So first pitch swinging is Cruz, as he will hit that to second. And again, just can't get out of the infield today. And the Pirates still down 2, as we'll go to the 7th, bottom of the 7th. All right, so that's it for Mitch Keller. Had a really good day. Fortunately, after the stretch there, 7th inning stretch, Blake Wayman's coming in to face Akiyama, who's 1 for 2 today. 0-2 count. Wayman, I had a really good year 2 years ago, was not as successful last year. We'll get the first out of his season. That one flying out to Reynolds in left. Now bring up Phillip Irvin, 3-1 count. And he will walk him. Will they leave Kim in? They will leave Kim in. With the way he's pitching 2-0 lead, I don't blame him. Probably going to bunt them over here. 0-2 count, though. And he would just look at strike number 3. Got him with a fastball. So now facing Senzel. See if we want to maybe potentially pitch around. Get some other guys warmed up here in case. And try the old pitch around. 2-2 to Senzel. And he'll strike out as well. So Wayman, nice job there to work around that walk to Evans. Pirates, 6 more outs to get at least 2 runs. Remember, they were shut out last year against Jack Flaherty and the Cardinals. Hoping not to have a repeat performance of that, as Hayes will try to get things started with something in the outfield, but that one is going to hang in the air too long, and that is the first out. Probably look at getting Crick going. Maybe we'll have Wayman stay in to face Votto, the lefty, but then we'll bring Crick in versus their slew of righties. Can't do much with it, though. Again, just not a lot of offense today. Said that a lot in this series, unfortunately, and just things have not changed. It's Taylor Walls, as Kim's approaching 100 pitches. Full count. Hopefully he can draw the walk here, and he will line out to left instead. So just a very quiet day for this Pirates offense, as we'll head bottom 8. Again, we'll let Wayman face Votto, and then we'll pull him for Cricky. 1-2, Wayman will deliver and deal and strike out Votto, looking on the slider, and see what the splits are just out of curiosity. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and bring in... Is he better versus righties? He is better versus righties. All right, we may leave... We're going to leave Wayman in for one more pitcher, or one more batter, unless Suarez is also better versus righties. 2-1 to Castellanos. He's over 3 today, as he will pop that up. See who wants it. Will it be Newman or Bell? And Newman will call off Bell for the out, the second of the inning. And now facing Suarez... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and bring in Kyle Crick now. Nice day for Blake Wayman. 1 2/3, 1 walk, 3 Ks, no hits allowed. And now Cricky's got to try to get the job done. 1-1 count. Cricky, very, very good last year. And that's not a good result, though. With the shift on, that should be a single for Suarez. That one hit in the right. And we can't allow any more runs here. You got to try to keep the damage limited. Now facing India. He's over 2 today. 1-1 count again. Suarez is going to run, and Barrera cannot throw him out. So that is the first steal of the year for Suarez. And now India has a chance to bring him home. 2-2 count. Crick will deliver and deal. Hit that to left. Will it hold up in the air enough? And Hamilton again. Spectacular grab in center. And keeping the Reds from providing that insurance run. And we'll head top 9. New pitcher coming in. It's going to be Seth Elledge. Looks like he's got good numbers and not throw particularly hard, but has a sinker, slider, changeup combination. He was with the Reds last year and did pretty well for himself. So let's see if he can continue that as he will face Josh Bell to start. Bell, 1 for 3 today. Pirates needing to try to mount a comeback. 2-2 count to Bell. It's not a great start for that. As Bell hits that to center. Akiyama's going to go back. Will it be over his head? And it is not. At the track for out number 1. Adam Frazier. Pirates down to the last 2 outs. And that's much softer in the center. And Akiyama going back once, not coming forward once. And a great catch there. Only 50 center field ability, but showing a really good glove. And now it comes down to Bryan Reynolds, trying to keep this one going for Pittsburgh. Full count to Reynolds. As he hits that hard to right, that's got a chance to get out, and it's gone. Bryan Reynolds, solo shot, clear the deck, cannonball coming, 381 feet to right field in Cincinnati. But the Pirates are going to need another run here to keep this one going, and it's still 2-1. And it's going to be Trace Barrera. It's going to have to do that. And do I want to pinch hit? Let's see, Barrera's over 3 today. On the wrong name. Nope, I think Barrera's going to be our catcher of the future and hopefully the present, and that's going to start right now. So we'll see what he can do. Full count to Barrera. Payoff pitch. Barrera dribbles that back to the pitcher spot, and that is going to end the game as the Pirates lose the Reds 2-1 on opening day. All right, take a look at the box score from the opening day loss. Cincinnati beats the Pirates 2-1. Reds 2 runs, 6 hits, and the error that was from India. Pirates only 1 run scattered across 7 hits and no errors. So, yeah, the offense again left the time to try to figure itself out. Pitching, defense were excellent, but offense, as the story's been, has not been the case. Take a look at the box score here. Did have a single from Hayes, Newman, Walls, actually had a double, and Josh Bell. Reynolds with a homer, only guy with multiple hits on our team. Barrera struggled over 4 in that hurts a little bit. Frazier didn't do too well going over 4 as well. And Suarez collecting half the hits for Cincinnati, 3 for 4, a run, an RBI. I imagine he was player of the game, or Kim, one of the two. As, yeah, just 2 extra base hits, Walls and Reynolds, I should say, but just not a whole lot going on, leaving 6 on base. In terms of pitching, got a really good performance from Keller. Wayman did well, and Cricky got the final out of the game for Pittsburgh on their end of things. But Kim was brilliant. 8 innings, 6 hits, 2 Ks only, no walks, 100 pitches. I mean, again, feels like a very Greg Maddux type of game. And Elledge, although allowing the home run to Reynolds, does close things down to get the save. And Kim was your player of the game. So, let me just double check if we have a waiver claim process on the next day, because it's an off day, and we'll see if maybe we get Walker on waivers, so I can tell you guys now. If not, then I'll just go ahead and wrap up the video. All right, we have some good news, some okay news, some bad news. Let me start with, we have claimed Jeremy Walker off waivers, so he will come to Pittsburgh. Because overall, just if I think we should have a scouting report on him, actually. Yeah, so these are the numbers for Walker. We'll see what happens, but maybe a little less needed right now because we have Nick Birdie, who is now healthy. He is eligible to come off the injured list, and I don't know if I want to have him come off now. He hasn't pitched in over 20 days. And another concern is, unfortunately, this one surprised me coming off of just a sprained ankle is all it was. He is now fragile. His injury proneness has just changed to fragile. OSA also thinks he's fragile. So that one hurts a whole lot. I have not committed any long-term money to him. I don't think he's my super long-term plans. Someone that I could eventually deal. So we'll see how that goes. Check out his injury history. There's nothing significant. There are minor things that have come up over the couple years I've played this game, but nothing more that's kept him out for a week until this sprained ankle, where he did suffer a setback from that, although the game does not note that for whatever reason. So Nick Birdie will come back. I'll figure out some bullpen stuff. We do have Jeremy Walker. We'll see how that plays. So I'll meet you guys sometime in probably early May to check in on the year and how the Pittsburgh Pirates are doing. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a comment in the comments below, and we'll talk to you soon.